Hello and welcome again to the Cymru Nerd Cave. How are you doing? How's your week been? It is of course the weekend at the moment. How's your weekend going? Please do let us know in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going great. It is time to have a look at another toy from behind me, and it's one that I have never reviewed. I've never reviewed this toy at all, which is weird because I do love this character so much. It is of course the Flash, the Barry Allen version of the Flash. It's the DC Mattel Classics version, as we'll have a look at in a second. But yeah, I haven't done a DC review for a long time. I think it was Hal Jordan on my old channel that I reviewed. But yes, won't be going too much into the history of the character because he's been with us a while, as you'll find out in a second. So that would be a long video, and a video for somebody who's a lot more knowledgeable about arcane comics from the 1950s and 60s. But yes, do love the character. Let's have a quick look at the figure. Do it now. So here we have him, Barry Allen in all his glory, aka the Flash. A character that has been with us now in one form or another since 1959. March 1959 is when Flash 105 first appeared on comic book stands, when we're introduced to Bartholomew Allen. Nigh on 60 years we've had this character around. Obviously he died in 1986, or joined the Speed Force as it were. We weren't to know that then, but yeah, the Crisis on Infinite Earths is when Barry was deemed no longer with us, when Wally West took over. But yeah, he came back in obviously later on. Jeff Johns brought him back, and yeah, really well as well. But yeah, he's appeared in one form or another since 1959. Still relevant. Had a TV series in the 90s, and has a TV series now as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Grant Gustin is excellent as the Flash. That whole team is great as well. I really love the Flash TV series. The Arrowverse in general is great, but the Flash especially is really good, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, it's a character I really love. I like the Flash in a very dark DC world, and DC can get extremely dark sometimes. The Flash is always a sort of point of light. He's always the good guy. I think in the book Justice, that by Alex Ross, and obviously I think Mark Waid as well, possibly he did that. I forget. It's been a long time since I read it, but in the back of that you get notes from Batman on all the characters, and one of them is the Flash, and the Flash, Batman basically says, is the guy he would have liked to have been had his parents lived. So a really nice guy, excellent police scientist, great analytical mind, but also just the nicest guy you would ever wish to meet. And that's why I like the Flash. He's kind of DC's version of Spider-Man, if you can imagine such a thing. He's got a great rogue gallery as well. He's probably the best in all the comics. Discuss down below if you disagree. Yeah, this is the figure. It's a Mattel Classics, DC Classics figure, and it's just a really well rendered version of the Flash. It's basically the Flash as you would mostly recognise him. Their figures are generally really good, but this one in particular is one of my favourites because, like I say, he is so well rendered. Obviously you've got a good representation of his face there with the little wings on the side of his head, because that's what he has. It's got a really well rendered Flash sigil on there as well, and lots of little yellow flashes of lightning there as well. And his boots, I really like the boots. He's got the little Mercury wings on the bottom there. Really nice yellow leather boots, I suppose they would be, but on the bottom is where it gets really good because they've got little treads on them. I really like that because he needs them. Let's face it, he's the Flash. He's the fastest man alive. But yeah, just a really nice, well-rendered figure. And obviously it does all you want with the articulation. I'm not really going to go into that too much, but it does have the arm articulation and the bicep swivel and the wrist swivel and all that kind of thing. The stomach crunch, which you normally get with Mattel figures, and obviously the waist swivel as well. And the legs do everything that you would want them to. So they've got all the articulation on there, the boot cuts and everything, and the little rockers as well. Not too much of a rocker on there, but there is a rocker. So you can put him in any pose that you want to. So if you wanted to put him in a pose where he's running, then you can do such a thing. Like so. So it's not the best pose. It's one I've just done on the spot there. But you can put him in that pose and also just have him in your usual heroic flash pose if that's what you want as well. So if you did want him to have the hands on the hips, then you can have that as well. All in all, it's a great figure. It's a really nice figure and one you should have in your collection if you are any kind of DC fan or any kind of Flash comic book fan. It's a really good figure to have. You can get, I think Naked did the TV series ones as well. They're ones I need to get because, like I say, I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, that's the Flash. That is him. Barry Allen, you have been Cymru Nerd Caved. That sounds far ruder than it should do. Please do join me again for another review of a toy or comic book or whatever. Again, suggestions down below on what you'd like to see. I'm really interested to see what you want to have a look at, basically. Please do comment, please do rate, and please do subscribe. It helps out a lot. To get the channel viewed, which is ultimately what I want to do. I've got a whole load of toys behind me that need looking at, and it helps if people watch. So please do watch. If you are watching, thank you very much. But other than that, do take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye for now.